Hello, my dear friends. In this video, we'll be talking about everything about Stanford University. Well, there is a buzz around the world for top-notch universities, Ivy Leagues, elite universities. So now we are going to talk about Stanford in this session. Well, the first thing which we'll talk about is why Stanford? And then we will talk about how to get into Stanford. Let's get started, my dear friends. So what are the contents we are going to talk about? First thing is why Stanford. We'll talk about what are the academics required for Stanford University. What are the extracurricular activities you should do to get into Stanford? Essay and letter of recommendation, profile building, how to build your profile, especially for Stanford, and what are the keys to a strong application. Okay, so let's get started, my dear friend. Why Stanford? Everyone knows Stanford University is one of the best universities in the world. It is always in the top 5 and sometimes among the top 10 in different branches in the QS ranking. So why to consider Stanford University for your undergrad? My dear friend, why Stanford University? We are going to cover these points in the next few slides. Academic excellence, research opportunities, entrepreneurial ecosystem, diverse and collaborative community, world-class campus and facilities, global reputation and alumni network. Well, these are the points. Because of these points, one must consider Stanford University. Why Stanford University? Academic excellence. Because, my dear friends, Stanford gives you an environment with access to top-tier faculty who are leaders in their field. Well, in Stanford, every next day, you read a newspaper about some innovation, some research, some patent being filed. Well, that's Stanford. Research opportunities. Even undergrad, they get opportunity to get engaged with research. So academic excellence is there, research opportunity is there. So if you're interested in the current trend of AI, or you are interested in sustainability or biotechnology or humanities, Stanford provides enough resource and mentorship for all these fields. So let's go to the next slide. Entrepreneurial ecosystem. Well, Stanford, my dear friends, it lies in the heart of Silicon Valley. So there's a culture of entrepreneurship in this area. So it provides students with ample opportunities for internships, networking, and getting engaged with the startup culture, which is quite unique, I would say. And the university fosters an entrepreneurial mindset, encouraging students to think innovatively and apply their academic knowledge to real-world challenges. From Stanford University, students have gone to make very successful ventures, and some of the CEOs of the best companies in the world, they are from Stanford. Now, another point to consider when we talk about why Stanford is diverse and collaborative community. Well, at undergrad level, you get unparalleled access to research opportunities across disciplines. If you're interested in pioneering work in AI, sustainability, biotechnology, or humanities, Stanford provides you enough resources and mentorship to excel in these areas. Next slide. Global reputation and alumni network. Stanford has a global reputation and world class alumni network, I would say. It's Stanford's extensive and influential network can provide doors in a variety of fields, my dear friends. You get access to the best of the best corporate personality. Stanford provides that. So Stanford actually wants to make students future leader. That's the aim of Stanford, and which is one of the reasons to consider why Stanford. Next slide. You can see this slide. It talks about one of the platform which is called StartX. We have taken this snapshot from the website. StartX is a premier startup community accelerator and fellowship for Stanford students, professors, and the alumni. With over 2,500 active founders, StartX is the strongest network of Stanford's entrepreneurs across AI, med, sustainability, and more. You can see the figures; they are unbelievable. Look at the total valuation of these companies have got. It's $40 billion plus. Raised $24 million plus. On average, 165 companies valued at over $100 million. Look at the stats. This data is mind blowing. That's one reason to consider Stanford. Let's move ahead. And we see that world-class campus and facilities, they also contribute to a reason to consider this university. It has a lush green campus, state-of-art facilities from labs to research centers to its libraries and collaborative spaces. Well, this space actually provides you a space to grow and balance your academic and social life, which is very much important for everyone. Moving ahead, now let's talk about what are the requirements to get into Stanford University. What we need to consider in the academics, the requirements for Stanford University is you should study English for 4 years, mathematics for 4 years. It would be great if you study calculus also as one of the subjects of mathematics. History and social studies for 3 plus years. Science for 3 plus years, including lab-based sciences like biology, chemistry, and physics. Foreign language, 3 plus years of the same language. Moving ahead, so these are the requirements. We will be describing these points in the next few slides. Academics for Stanford. When we talk about English, 4 plus years. So 4 years focusing on developing strong reading, writing, analytical skills through a variety of literature and composition courses. So demonstrating proficiency in writing essays and critically analyzing text will be essential in all the fields of study. Let's go for next. Mathematics. As told that 4 years of mathematics, and it would be great if you include calculus also as one of the core subjects of mathematics with solid foundation in algebra, geometry, and trigonometry. So you should try to cover 4 years of mathematics. Advanced courses like calculus and statistics will not only prepare you for STEM related majors, but also enhance problem solving skills applicable across disciplines. So you should try to take courses like AP Calculus, AB or BC, AP Statistics. These are some of the courses you should try considering. Next, history and social science. So basically, by studying history, you become aware of the historical events, global cultures, and social societal structures. Moving ahead, 3+ years of science. So 3+ years of science, including lab-based sciences. Lab-based sciences means where you can perform experiments like biology, chemistry, and physics. So hands-on experience in labs, it will help you understand scientific principles and their practical applications, laying a strong foundation for fields like engineering and medicine. This is a basic requirement if you get into STEM side in Stanford. Moving ahead, foreign language. Well, 3+ years of same language to develop proficiency and cultural awareness. So, my dear friend, if you do a master or second, it will not only enhance the communication skill but also deepen your understanding of the global perspective. That's the reason why Stanford put 3+ years of foreign language as one of the important criteria to be considered for academics. Moving ahead, extracurricular activities. So, what do we need to consider in extracurricular activities? What should be there in your application, my dear friends? Research projects. Let's go ahead and see. Let's elaborate these points. The leadership roles, you should try to engage in the clubs and organizations. You should take some position in your schools, like president, secretary of some club or organizations which are there, and also some societies are there like debating society or cultural society. Try to take some leadership positions. If you are interested in STEM side, you should try to take engage in clubs and organizations which are related to engineering and technology. So it demonstrates your leadership quality. You should try to focus. You should try to focus on participating in competitions, and you should try to win some award. Especially if you are aiming for a STEM side, you should try to participate and win some awards in science fair, robotic competition, coding contest, or math olympiad to showcase your technical expertise and passion for STEM field. Well, thousands of applications come to Stanford. So how your application is going to be distinguished? It will be distinguished based on these criteria. How well you have performed in these competitions. So, my dear friends, try to involve yourself. Try to involve yourself in these practical related competition where you actually solve complex real life problems. These type of points are well appreciated by admission officers while considering selection for undergrad course. Moving ahead, research projects. Should try to undertake independent research or internships with some organization, and you should try to deepen your real life experience. That's going to elevate your profile. That's going to give weight to your profile, my dear friends. And if possible, try to publish your findings in reputed journals. That's going to be very very heavy on the profile. Going ahead, well, some of the most important points. Again, we are going to see essay and letter recommendation. There are three things we need to consider: common application, personal essays, letter recommendation. Common application, you have to write which with compelling narratives, and we need to talk about our journey in the comparing narratives when we write common application. So you should what to mention in the common application we have put in the slide. Complete the common application including Stanford specific essays and questions. You should share your personal stories, highlighting your growth, challenges you have faced in your life till now, and your learning, what lessons you have learned, and how you have overcome the challenges. These things you should mention in your common application. Don't just put your achievements. Many times students they simply start putting achievements one by one. My dear friend, this is not how you write essays. There is a way, there is a format to write essay. You should write essays in such a way which are quite compelling. Someone wants to read. Someone gets inspired through your journey. Not just putting a point is going to elevate your profile. No, it should be written as a story. So please, you should mention. I'm not saying that you should not mention your achievements, but do not just list your achievement one by one. So we have made avoid merely listing achievements. Use this space to provide deeper context that complements your academic and extracurricular records, showing how these experiences have shaped your values, work ethics, and ambitions. These things should be considered while writing the common application, common app essay. Moving ahead. Should try to demonstrate self-awareness. Use essays to reflect on moments of personal and intellectual growth. Very important. Your essays must show the experiences that have shaped your worldwide view and your approach of problem solving. How you have overcome some difficulty, how you have tackled a situation, difficult situation, that should be highlighted in the essay. Now, the last thing you can read the point discuss times when you face adversity and how you adapted, demonstrating resilience and emotional intelligence. These things should be there in your common application. Moving ahead, we should mention some points which actually demonstrates your leadership skills. Leadership skill is something which many of the top universities actually see. So if you have taken some initiative, if you have led even a small group, try to mention it in a very compelling way. It should be mentioned in such a way that it becomes an inspiration for others. That is the point. Moving ahead. Well, another point need to be considered for common application in essays. You need to highlight intellectual curiosity. Stanford values students who are deeply curious and love learning. So your essay should show that you are very, very, very passionate about pursuing the major for which you are applying to this university. Your your heart should be there. That's the most important thing. You really, really want to pursue that at any cost, and how passionate you are. That will really elevate your profile. So highlighting moments where you went beyond the classroom to explore new ideas such as independent research, personal projects, or interdisciplinary learning, that's going to be really, really good. You should try to demonstrate how you are excited about academic challenge and intellectual discovery. Moving ahead, personal connection to Stanford. So in Stanford specific essays, which we call supplemental essay, when you have to write supplemental essays for Stanford, you should convey why this Stanford University is a right place for you. You need to show the personal connection. You need to mention specific program resources or opportunities that resonate with your academic and personal interests. This is very important. You need to do a good research about the courses, even about the faculty, or few other points which resonates with your personal interests, which are there in Stanford. Now you need to show that you have researched the university and how you will contribute to and benefit from its unique culture and community. Quite important. Moving on to next slide. Balance vulnerability and strength. Well, you should not be afraid of sharing vulnerabilities or failures, but you should ensure that you frame these experiences in terms of growth and learning. Well, my dear friends, failures are there in everyone's life. So either you get demoralized or take them as a stepping stone. That's the thing which Stanford wants to see in your essay. So try to consider them as a stepping stone and mention those things in your essay. Moving ahead, in profile building, what do we need to consider? 3 points which we have put: consistent excellence, unique contributions, community involvement. Let's see, what does it mean? Consistent excellence. It means that you have been consistent in your efforts. So you need to demonstrate consistent academic and extracurricular excellence throughout high school. You should you should maintain a strong GPA and actively participate in variety of clubs and organizations. Well, if you are looking for engineering side, try to get involved with some clubs like robotic club or some related to software. It's going to help you a lot. And if possible, take some leadership roles in those societies. Try to participate in competition. If you win, that's going to be even better. So keep yourself involved in competitions in organizations which are related to the major which you are going to pursue in Stanford University. Moving ahead, unique contribution. The unique contribution basically, you Stanford looks for what unique thing you are bringing to them. So you should highlight how you can contribute to Stanford community by showcasing your unique skills, perspective, and experience. That's important. So, if you see the top U.S. universities, they are laying a lot of focus on how you can contribute to the community. So, if you can contribute some unique thing to the Stanford community, Stanford would be very happy to have you. You need to emphasize on distinct talent, cultural background, challenges you have overcome that have shaped you worldwide. You need to basically also reflect on how your involvement in clubs, community projects, or leadership roles can enrich the campus experience for others, fostering diversity, innovation, and collaboration within Stanford's dynamic environment. Very important. So, basically, what you are bringing to Stanford and how it's going to help the community and university's image or university's brand, I can say, that's going to be very important point. All these things are required, and that's you should build your profile in such a way that you can actually contribute to the community. Those things will be written in your common app application or in the specific supplemental essays for Stanford. Going ahead, community involvement, my dear friends. University appreciates a lot if you are doing some volunteering work, if you are involved with some community project. It can be tree plantation, it can be organizing health camp, it can be working for hospital, it can be organizing fest for community, whatever it is. It shows that how well you are how well you are involved with the community. These things are very important for your personal growth and even for your day-to-day skills. Moving ahead. So, my dear friend, another point which we need to consider for strong application is you should take feedbacks. Very important. Before finalizing anything, it's important to take feedback from your mentors, teachers, friends, seniors. Very important. Try to embrace constructive criticism, and you should try to edit your application according to the constructive feedback you have got. Very important. You should try to showcase your achievements with context. What does it mean? Do not just list down your achievements, they should have some context. How it actually impacted your learning, what you have learned from it. That's very important. And you should basically try to list awards and activities, and you should try to delve into their significance. Very important. So just listing down your achievement doesn't impress someone. It needs to have some significance or impact or learning or in your life, which is quite important. Moving ahead, my dear friends. Another point to look when we consider a strong application for Stanford University, custom fit your application. That means you should tailor your application to specific programs or school. You should try to mention faculty, programs, or opportunity that may match your career goals. So, according to the need, according to the major you are applying to, you should custom fit your application, which is very important. So, you should do a research. You should you should do a research of the faculty, programs, or the opportunities available for that specific major, and try to align your application try to align your application as per the requirements. Stay within limits. What does it mean? You should be focused to put your profile, to put your essay, to put your achievements and everything what we have just mentioned within the word limit. Please be specific. Please be careful about the deadlines. Many students miss the deadlines and guidelines set by the institution. Many times you should be aware that many common applications there's a word limit of like 650 words, so you should try to be within the words. For the supplemental essays also there can be some limitation on the words. Please stick to the rules, stick to the word limits. Reflect your attention to detail and respect for the process. Please do not exceed the word limit. Okay? And try to submit all the material before deadlines to avoid technical issues. The last point to consider for a strong application is emphasize on the community involvement. My dear friends, Stanford University actually looks for how involved you are with the community and how much you are giving back to the community. That's very important point. So you should take opportunity to illustrate how you have made a positive impact and link this experience to your future aspiration. Okay? Please do not, please do not use vague statements in your essays and responses. Okay? Be very specific. Please provide concrete examples that can make your application more compelling and relatable. Okay? That's very important. Demonstrate growth. Your application, when I'm talking about application, that means whatever profile you have built, that has to be actually written in the form of essay, whether common app or supplemental essay. So whatever you're writing, that must demonstrate the progression. It should show that you have progressed with time. Now, Show progression in your academics or professional journey. Highlight how you have developed skills, overcome challenges, and evolved in your thinking. With time, how you have made the progress, that is very important, right? You should show something which shows your self-awareness and a willingness to grow from your experiences. All these things, they count a lot on the profile. So look for this, my dear friends. So I believe we have covered enough points and the requirements for Stanford University, my dear friends. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Keep following us for more such videos. Thank you so much.